There is absolutely no doubt that Dr. David Ndii is an extraordinary Kenyan, a true son of Kenya. And the interview he had recently with KTN, where he talked about a wide range of issues, was, in my opinion, the interview of the year 2017. There's been no other interview like this one. Why? Because a stranger, somebody from Mars who took in this interview, would understand very deeply the nation called Kenya. And more importantly, the crisis that the nation of Kenya has gone through during the year 2017. And that is why in my previous video, I created a link to this particular interview, because I believe it is a very important interview for every patriotic Kenyan to take in. This is the interview that will give you an understanding of so many things that are taking place in Kenya today. This is a video which will give you an understanding of why we're in the crisis we're in today, okay? And this interview video will also be able to tell you, in no uncertain terms, that it is not over, that the crisis of the August 8th general elections is not over, I know I've been saying that on this channel endlessly, but I felt that it's important for members of this channel and even others to be able to listen to somebody else for once, to be able to listen to somebody else for once say exactly the same things I've been saying here on this channel. Now I'm going to very quickly highlight a number of very important things that came out of this interview, okay, so that everything is clearer to us. I know a 50-minute interview is asking too much from a lot of people. It is possible to miss a lot of stuff during the interview, okay? So let's just very quickly go through a few points I've highlighted, which I believe are extremely important. Now, the first is the fact that Ndii has been involved in fighting for a better Kenya for a very long time, much longer than even yours truly, Chris Kumekucha. Now, the big question that will come to most people's minds is why has he remained in the background, okay? Why has he not come out as one of the names mentioned? Because when you mention the second liberation, the name David Ndii has never appeared. The name David Ndii has never featured, And in all the articles written about what has happened in the past, that name has been missing most of the times. Why? Well, we have people who are called publicity seekers, people who drink in publicity. They really like publicity that lifts them up, that brings them to the limelight. David Ndii is not that sort of a person, clearly. It is very interesting to note that there have been a lot of interview requests, okay, which he has declined. Okay, but on this particular time, the fact that he accepted to speak to the KTN crew, and the fact that he he spilled all, is extremely instructive. This is a strategist, and to a strategist, something called timing is very important. Okay, therefore, it's important that we all note the fact that this interview has not come at this time by accident. Okay, the timing is extremely important, and it's significant, and it means something. Now, one of the things that Dr. Ndii said during the interview was the fact that in this long journey for a better Kenya, he has been with many other Kenyans. Okay, and especially many other Kenyans who belong to the House of Mumbi, just like Dr. Ndii himself, But somewhere along the line, these people fell off, They decided to abandon the cause, and went on to do other things. They decided that the cause was no longer important, okay? And this had a lot to do with the ascension to power of Mwai Kibaki, a member of the House of Mumbi, and Uhuru Kenyatta, a member of the House of Mumbi. And he even put it more bluntly. He said one of the big issues people have against him is they wonder why he's still fighting for the cause. Why he's still doing what he does. okay? Meaning that to some people who are fighting for the cause, getting a member of their tribe into the presidency was a fait accompli, yeah? To them it was mission accomplished, yeah? And when that had happened, there was nothing more to fight towards a better Kenya. Now I'm aware that that sounds very bad, but that is the truth. Now David Ndii dropped some very big names, yeah. People like Paul Mwite, yeah, very recognized in the fight for the second liberation, and many others. Now it is also true that there are quite a number of Kikuyus still involved in the fight for a better Kenya. Yeah, there are quite a number of very prominent members from this tribe who are still fighting for a better Kenya. Yeah, and obviously these are the kind of Kenyans we would call tribeless. Yes, because they're focused on their mission, they're focused on a better Kenya, irrespective of the tribe they belong to. Okay, of course, if I can quickly mention people like John Kidongo, Maina Kiai, and many, many others. Anyway, back to Ndii. Now, for me, the biggest shock from the early stages of this interview was the name that David Ndii dropped, which most Kenyans know, and it had me gaping and shocked and rubbing my ears, not sure if I'd heard correct. Yeah. Now, Ndii has been associated very closely with something called the Kenya Bravery Index. Yeah. In fact, is widely recognized as being the main person, yeah, main creator of the Kenya Bravery Index. Now, in the early stages of Ndii's work on this, guess who his research assistant was? You will never guess. And Waiguru. Waiguru, of course, is now the governor of Kirinyaga. Okay, we all know that. But gosh, Ndii worked with Waiguru on a bribery index. Yeah? Wow, that is an absolute shock. Well, let me just say, vindu vichenjanga, things change. Okay? Now, in the next episode, we're going to examine what Ndii had to say about another public figure we all know, a man called Mutai Ngunyi. Okay? Political analyst, yeah? Yeah, that should be interesting. Yeah, you know the usual drill. Click on the link on your top left-hand corner and you should be there. This is Chris Kumekucha.